Hello all, Adam Byatt here, back with delicious. This is my peppercorn sauce. The sauce work is the pinnacle of a kitchen life, but it's where the magic happens. It's where dishes are made and broken. So that's my steak cooked now. I'm just going to pop that out and allow that to rest. That's a sirloin on the bone. I'm going to turn the heat up a bit. I've got some chopped shallots. They're going to stay in the sauce to the end, so it's quite important that they're cut quite nicely. In goes the garlic. So we're also going to cut a little bit of fresh thyme as well. So it's anything really that goes with a steak, goes with a nice sauce. There we go, a little bit of fresh thyme. There is no smell in the kitchen world like garlic, thyme, shallots cooking in brown butter. There's nothing like it. So we've got some brandy here. That goes in now. We need to cook the alcohol with that. Cook the alcohol away. Otherwise the alcohol just stays in the sauce, and you want to get that in, get it cooked off. Okay, now into some chicken stock. Fresh chicken stock is best, but you have to use a cube, that's fine. Here we go, and we let that reduce down on a high heat. I'm just trying to make this happen quite quickly now. Just let it reduce right down. I'm starting to build up the layers of flavour between the shallots and the alcohol. Now the chicken stock, so we're building depth. And don't forget, we had a head start as well from that beautiful sediment left in the pan from the sirloin steak in the beginning. Into that sauce now, we're going to add some green peppercorns. These are, you can buy a little jar, a little tin of these. They're pickled generally, they're cooked, but they add a real piquant to them. They're fantastic, green peppercorns. I also add a little bit of the liquor as well. It's quite acidic and salty, quite like that. So that's going in there as well. We just want to get that all the way down, and it's going to get some cream. Before that, we're going to add a little bit of Worcester sauce. I think that's quite important. Just adds that real savoury element, sort of umami, savoury element to it. So we reach a point now where you can see the bubbles are what we call double bubbles. So they're folding on each other. That's to do with the oil in the pan and the liquid in the pan bubbling into each other. And that's the point at which we don't want to reduce that any further, because that liquid's really important to carry all the flavour. And then we need to add double cream to that now as well. So in goes the double cream. You've got a really good mix in. And at this point, I just want to bring that to the boil, simmer it for a minute. And I'm kind of where I want to be, really. There's my wonderful steak. There's my peppercorn sauce. And I'm just going to plate that up really beautifully. That would be so delicious. So there you go. That is my peppercorn sauce. So for Beurre Blanc, this is a beautiful sauce. Perfect for poached fish. Perfect for vegetables. I love it with asparagus. But in this context, I'm going to make you the dish that has been on the menu at Trinity for the last 7 years. I can't take it off the menu. People love it. I love it. It's a really great thing. But this is all about the sauce. And that dish really is all about the sauce. We start with white onions, which is a little bit controversial, because a classic Beurre Blanc is not made with white onions. A classic Beurre Blanc is made with shallots. I just want that sweetness, that little bit of extra sweetness and softness that I get from white onions. These aren't the Spanish onions, these are the beautiful Italian onions that are really soft. Into a pan they go, really hot pan. And then we're going in with white wine and Chardonnay vinegar. So in goes the white wine, in goes the Chardonnay vinegar. This is really important. If you want to make this sauce taste like we do, unfortunately, this is the vinegar you have to use. That is beautiful. Slightly sweeter again. So in they go. That gets a full reduction now. Into that, we're going to put a little bit of salt in the beginning, so those onions soften even better. We're going to add a few peppercorns from my beautiful pepper grinder. Just pop in a few peppercorns, not too many, because you don't want the sauce to go brown. That's really important. And then we're just going to pop a little cartouche on top of that to let that evaporation happen really quickly, all the way down. Okay, so you can see those onions coming all the way down at liquid. We're about sort of 90% evaporation there. Now is the point we're going to add into that some cream. Now, classically, they sort of say a cap of cream, so 10 ml cream, whatever, just to stabilize the amount of butter and fat that's going to go into that sauce. I actually want a bit more in there. I use a bit more cream. It's not a stabilization thing, it's more to do with the end finish, the mouthfeel of that sauce. than just having a sauce that's utterly delicious and creamy. Okay, so that cream's gone in, it's been brought to the boil, it's had a tiny reduction. I'm going to turn that heat right down now, really, really low, and I'm going to start to go in with my butter. Now, obviously, it's a lot of butter, but that's the nature of the sauce. It's called Beurre Blanc, white butter. This sauce is super rich. You won't need to serve too much of it. What you want to be doing in there is adding only a few cubes at a time, whisking gently and using the residual stand over heat in that pan to melt the butter and to emulsify into the liquid that's left and into the cream that's in there. Okay, so all that butter's been incorporated. I'm just gonna test my sauce, but I'm testing it for sort of viscosity as well as seasoning. It needs a tiny bit of salt, but not a lot. And that's it, that's absolutely ready. Now we need to pass away those onions. So we just take a fresh pan and a nice sieve and pass those onions through, and we can discard those. They've done their job, which is nice. So away they go. So that is a beautiful Beurre Blanc. And this is what I do with that sauce in the restaurant. You can use it as it is, you can add chives, you can add loads of lemon juice to it. This is what I do with it in the restaurant to just sort of bring it on to another level and pair it with our salmon dish. This is pickled dulse that goes in there now. So pickled seaweed, a bit of salmon roe that goes in there. This is some chives, freshly chopped chives, and this is raw shallot that goes in there. So a bit of chopped, a little bit of chopped dill in there. I think that's a really good mix. You don't need to heat that up. You don't want to heat that up. If you boil this sauce, it won't split, but it will want to split because the cream will hold it together, but you don't want to boil that sauce. So now it's got all those beautiful bits and pieces in there. Really elevate it. And then we just pop it onto the plate. And there we go. So I think this dish is actually 50% beautiful salmon and 50% sauce. It's such a great thing. So that is my Beurre Blanc. I hope you enjoy. The third part of my sauce series. Sauce suprême is a beautiful sauce, a derivative from the mother sauce velouté. In this context, we're going to use chicken. I think it's really nice. You can do a fish version as well. For me, this is a absolutely wonderful sauce. I only really use it for poached chicken dishes, and I particularly love it for that. So into the shallots goes some butter. Just let that melt down. I'm going to season that now. That's the seasoning for the whole sauce, by the way. That's going on a low heat, and we're just going to let that butter soften those shallots down really nicely. There's a reason there's quite a lot of butter in there. They're going to form the roux. Normally when you make a roux, you would just put the butter and flour in the pan, start like that. But what we tend to do is pop the butter in the pan and then add the flour over the shallots. So you're using the butter in the beginning for a secondary purpose to actually cook the shallots. We'll put in there as well a little bit of garlic. So into that butter and sweated shallot is going to go a little bit of flour. Not too much, just to soak up the butter. And just carry on with that flour. I'm just looking to give a viscosity and a coating consistency to my beautiful sauce. So we'll let that sweat down. What we don't want to do is colour that sauce in any way. So don't let the flour, the butter or the shallots colour. Just let them soften really gently in there. In there's a bit of fresh thyme. Thyme, chicken, cream, sauce, useful. Once that flour's cooked out, and you do need to cook that flour out, take a couple of minutes to cook that flour out nicely. Remember, no colour. In there we're going to add white wine. Turn the heat up and get that wine all the way down. That's about layering and flavour. And you'll keep stirring because you don't want to end up with any lumps. But it will be pretty user friendly because there's not a great deal of flour in there, so it will work quite well, I think. Into the reduced wine now goes the chicken stock, and this is really about depth and building body and building flavour and building impact. I'm going to add some nutmeg, grated fresh nutmeg into there. I really like nutmeg in chicken sauces and velouté cream sauces. I think nutmeg is a beautiful thing. That's been reduced down really nicely. It's got some depth to it now. I tasted it. Chicken is the most predominant flavour, and then we're going to add some heavy double cream. But it's the cream that's giving it that indulgence, that decadence, the richness. Really important. Bring it out to a boil. Needs about 5 minutes to cook, just like before. Okay, so while that sauce is very nearly finishing off and the cream's reducing down, I'm just going to chop myself some herbs. I've got a poached chicken breast that I'm going to serve it with. Just some lovage, some tarragon, and a few chopped chives. Okay, so that sauce is now ready for me. It's got a lovely coating consistency as well, which is really important. I'm ready to use that now. I've got this beautiful breasted chicken here. So to finish that sauce, I'm actually also going to add a spoonful of creme fraiche because I think that's really nice in there as well. I just melt some creme fraiche into there as well, and then we're going to go in with some lovely chopped tarragon, chopped lovage. Don't over chop these herbs. Don't chop them till they look like mowed grass. You know, you want them to have a bit of texture to them. The sauce might need a couple of drops of lemon juice at the end, but that's kind of why I use the creme fraiche, because it's got an acidic note to it as well that I really like. Oh, absolutely beautiful. So you see how that sauce will completely coat the chicken because of the slight thickening of the flour. It's also packed with chicken flavour using that stock. A little bit of decadence with the cream added as well. I just think this is a fantastic sauce. Brilliant to use with poached fish, poached chicken, and just makes the most wonderful thing. So that is my sauce supreme. This was for Delicious, and all the recipes for Delicious can be found at deliciousmagazine.co.uk. I hope you have a go at this. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.